Welcome back to Dungeons, Dice Rolls, and Dumbasses. I'm your Dungeon Master, Tyler, and today I'm joined by Mark III, playing
Jasper Raisin, Turbo Sorcerer,
and Keegan, playing
Anu Pabla, Total Warlock,
as well as Allison, playing
Otherwise known as Jem the Fairy Rogue.
and Brandon, playing
I'm playing Zoldan.
the Tempest
Cleric.
See, he got me. And John, playing
Vosh Moonblade, Kobold Rune Knight Sorcerer.
and Mark II, playing
Frogfucker, Wizard,
Oh, I was
He's
so
back.
ready for
no wizard, asshole, smartest guy in the party.
Are you sure about that?
So,
Yeah.
we rejoin the... He's holding up the character sheet. We rejoin the party as they were just beginning preparations for leaving the town of Stonehaven and seeking out answers to where this black dragon may reside. So, where we had the last left off, the party was just finishing something of a shopping spree, and they had just met back up near the keep, where they had found Morello had been released into their custody, and they'd been provided with 4 horses and a donkey stocked with supplies, so they could begin making their way to either Oakhaven or Arcanum. But the party was unsure as of yet which city they would want to venture to. This is
Which
where
one
I
had-
leave you all.
Which one had the ley lines again?
So there was powerful magical ley lines in the city of Arcanum, and there was a strong natural energy in the city of Oakhaven.
So Vosh would probably ask Morello, which one would be the closest one to us on the way there? Would it be Arcanum or...
About the
I'll
same.
give you
Well,
the
I mean,
recap.
like, which one would we run into first?
So
is
that's what I
I'm
was saying. To give you the recap, both cities are
Exactly.
about the same
Yeah.
distance away of about 2 to 3 days travel, and they're a bit shorter of a distance between each other. If you do like a diagonal cut between them.
Okay.
I vote for Arcanum.
I'm with him. Yeah.
Oakhaven sounds like a nice place to start.
Arcanum.
Okay, for voting.
So, and you guys were also considering the options of trying to figure out some information along the way, maybe
Yeah.
sway you, because there's a bit where maybe about the first day or so you'd be heading about the same way,
Yeah.
and then it would sort of branch off.
Yeah, we want to try to find a kobold to try to interrogate, right? That's essentially the plan.
And so far, yes.
I say I vote for Oakhaven myself, but
So unless anything changes for now, you guys, well, so we had Arcanum,
Arcanum.
Arcanum,
Arcanum.
so it's
Arcanum.
Oh, Arcanum.
4 votes as for heading
Alright.
towards Arcanum
Sounds good.
first.
Outvoted.
We can change our mind on the way. It's
Yes.
fine. Probably visit both anyway.
So,
It'd be
as
like a
far as
bad
that
episode
goes,
of where we're just going across halfway across the universe.
yeah. So, as far as the horses go too, also I'm assuming at this point Frog is caught up with the party. He was kind of there.
What's
Kind
with
of
the
not.
donkey? Are we trying to seduce the dragon?
Not that kind of donkey.
I was gonna say, so as far as horses go, Sir Prime has managed to acquire you 4 horses and a donkey. So you've got 2 brown horses, a black horse, this hay-colored horse, and this stark white-colored donkey.
I could fly if you guys want to ride the horses.
Those horses are probably huge for most of us.
Especially me.
I mean, they're normal. They're not quite, the big Clydesdale. They're more
3
like
feet
draft
tall.
horses. Okay, so the horse is a bit big for you. They'd be a bit
smaller,
small
right?
for
I think
Jaster.
you're still on somebody's shoulder.
Yeah, so you're a small creature, right?
Very big.
Yeah,
And
I'm
you're also a
a
small,
small creature.
And you're still medium, right?
3 feet tall.
I think you still qualify as
Okay.
medium, right? I don't know which it was for you.
I'm 4 foot, so I'm a little bit taller than
Genuine
him.
question.
I think you're probably right. I'll have to check it into it.
Well, I think if we're going by new 5e rules, you could be considered small, something they really didn't like letting you do before. But then they said, fuck it. Which I kind of like.
Yeah.
I mean, to scale, typically, small creature, about goblin size. When you get to tiny, it's like the size of a cat. So, it could be small. But, sizing aside, who's trying to take what horse? Also, are any of you trained in animal handling? Do you have proficiency in it?
Small animal.
I like that.
Not proficiency,
That's
but
what-
I don't have proficiency, but I have 3 in animal handling.
So you'd be better at it, but not trained with horses.
yeah, I'm not
No,
trained either.
I just plan on.
I've got a
talking
1
to
in
it.
animal handling.
And 2 of you can talk to small animals, right?
The horse is small.
Is yours? I'm gonna say, is yours specify small animals?
Small animals. It's a racial trait.
Mine
It's just
beats and
animals.
plants.
Oh, so yeah, you can talk
Size
to
is
them,
small.
but
Definitely
they
small.
can't talk back, right?
Correct.
And you're small. Okay.
Right. Whoever is going to be talking with them, or if I can talk with them, I'll give myself guidance.
Guidance and piloting the horse. All right. But so, who said where? You said you were trying to hop on with Morello,
Yeah, I did.
Talk
I
to the
did that.
fleas that are
You
inhabiting
don't-
the horse.
and you don't have the. You're not trained or
No.
very. Are you
I was
very
gonna let her
wise?
take the reins.
Which she will happily do, as she is trained with leading a horse. She'd be on one of the brown horses.
I would
So you have
probably
one
want to try to get a
brown
black
horses.
horse if I could.
So you go to just mount up on the black horse.
Yeah.
So you're no proficiency for anyone.
Not proficiency in it, but I do have like 1
Do you
in it.
want to
so.
give me an animal handling check? So you go
I
to
would
mount
like
up
to-
on this
I'm
horse.
sorry.
Yeah, that's a 9.
So I'd imagine the horse, like, you kind of come at it a bit too fast and it's starting to get spooked. You do manage. You're quite strong, so you do manage to, hop up on the horse and get on it and start to get it under control. But you don't feel totally in control of the beast.
I'd like to take the white horse.
The white one's a donkey.
The white one's about
The white one's donkey.
Oh, wait.
I was
what kind
thinking
of
about the
colored horses
donkey.
are there?
So there's a brown horse. One brown horse is already taken. There's a black horse, a hay-colored horse, and a brown horse still.
Yeah, and I'm on the black.
Now I need to go for.
He already took the black.
He's on the black.
I'm on the black.
About
but
2 people could fit on a horse.
Yeah, I mean, someone else can join me if they want.
I'll join him. Why the fuck not?
So
Okay.
Vosh and Zoldan
Can I
saddle up
actually
on the horse.
calm him?
Oh yeah, you could try. Just give me an animal handling
And
check.
I'm going to give myself guidance.
All right.
Just like trying to speak in Celestial. Trying to see what I can
So you try and say something soothing in Celestial.
do. 3, and I have guidance, so
All right. Well, so
That's
7
7.
plus 3
7 plus 3. Yeah.
plus a D4.
There's a B4.
I'm gonna try the donkey.
Here you go.
All right. 1 second.
4, so that's 14.
So a 14. I'd say with a 14, it doesn't look like the horse understands you. But the words, and all of you here, they come out very soothing and calming. Most of you don't speak Celestial, right?
No.
You do. So you'd hear like he's saying these calming things to it. It's just soothing things. But to the rest of you, it's almost this angelic choir music to your ears, where it's just very soothing notes almost. And you see it does start to calm down, and you feel the reins, come a bit more under your control. And it actually kind of stays in place as he swings over onto the horse.
Thank you.
You try and mount the donkey.
Yes.
I would say
Ten.
no check needed, as the donkey very lazily kind of kneels down as you hop towards it.
Oh, I like this guy.
And he gives you his head just kind of flips towards you, flips the mane around. Seems very tame. So 2
Give him
more
a good
horses
pat on the
left.
neck.
Yeah, I'll jump on one of them. It's like,
So they have the black horse. There's a brown one or a hay-colored one.
doesn't matter. Whichever's the closest.
I mean, are you going for anyone
I'm-
specifically?
See, it would have been funny if nobody took the donkey and Jen just ended up taking it, just chilling on the back of it.
Yeah.
You still could
There's
kill a
still
donkey.
2 full-sized horses and 2 people left.
Okay, then I'll just take the horse. Like, okay, I'll just take the
Any
horse.
preference on brown or hay-colored one?
No.
Okay.
The hay colored one then.
All right.
Yeah,
So it'll be an animal handling check for those 2.
okay.
Actually, Jim, I will say, as you go to mount this one, like, are you trying to climb up on it, or are you just flying onto its back?
Just fine. I mean, there's no point for me to go.
So yeah, you literally just fly up on this thing's back and grab the reins. It seems to kind of whip its head around, confused.
It probably
Looks
didn't
at you.
feel anything.
It'll probably think that
So
I'm
you're
a
really
fire, so-
light.
Like a horsefly.
And it's just kind of accepting of the situation. But no check for Jim as she hops on.
Okay, no check. Okay, that would have been funny.
But Jasper, you do need one.
We're gonna be best friends these next couple of days.
And you're talking to him, so I'll give you
Yeah.
advantage on it as well.
Okay.
You can
I
actually...
was
Stupid
curious
midget
because
man,
I
a
felt
tiny
like I
fairy
was
just mounted.
when you did that thing on the side, I was like
Like sleeping
about
with the
to.
angelic
2?
two.
Oh, a 13. A 13 will be enough. It's nothing crazy at the moment.
Would you rather I speak to the horse in Infernal?
No.
But yeah, so with 13 it is enough to keep him pretty calm. You do weigh a lot
this
more
one.
than the others, but you know it does
Want me to
seem
talk
pretty
to him?
steady and calm. They're having an infernal conversation over there. But yeah, so you all have your mounts ready to go. So you make your way out of the city.
Language 101 today on TED Talks.
So, you guys would begin, if you're heading towards Arcanum, you begin making your way north first off, but then kind of branch off east. You have a general, roughly given map to you. Roughly laid out directions for you.
kids.
I know, I can really go top of that map. But so yeah, they give you the general layout. You'd be following along something of a main road. This part of it would still be that main road you were on before, as it carries on a very similar style road, well paved and put together, leading you north. So, what order would you guys be traveling in? Who's front, back?
I believe me and him are front
row,
because
yeah.
we are the heavy hitters.
Yep. So the 2 big boys on one horse leading the pack. Whereabouts would everybody else be?
I have the most knowledge of
So
cultists
in the middle. So you
Take
guys
up the
wait
rear.
for
Yeah,
time.
take up the rear. I got
So
a
can
shell
I.
on my back.
All right.
I'll keep an
Good
eye out.
point. The shelled backpack man. All right. So, as you guys are traveling,
I'd like to send my hawk up
Sorry.
ahead to scout ahead to see if for any kind of issues.
now is that your familiar?
I'm
So, and
sorry.
what's your familiar look like?
It's a hawk.
Just normal hawk.
Yeah, just a normal hawk.
I'm sorry, I was laughing. Like, I really wish my character could be singing right now, singing an angelic choir right now.
You
But
could be
I mean, you kind of did.
actually, yeah, you know what? I'll be singing
just singing.
Just singing.
like the small, like a hum.
Can I have a? Oh, so are you like actually singing? Or just humming along?
I don't have a good thing of performance.
For the
so
audience, Frog waggles his fingers a
Like
little bit.
humming
Hawk
along
comes
more
out of
than anything.
nowhere and just starts flying around.
You want to give me a performance check just for your humming. Just see how on key you are.
Okay, let's see how bad it is. I swear to God, this is gonna be like a bad episode or something.
So, I would say with the 5, you're probably like humming quieter. Vosh, you're just hearing like the... You hear a song and it sounds kind of familiar and you start nodding along. And then you notice he's getting, parts of it way wrong. And you're going, I don't remember hearing it that way. And then, as you're thinking about this, you see a hawk rushes past you and begins kind of...
The
I
heck?
can't do the hawk screech. Scouring ahead. Now, with your familiar, you can just get general thoughts from it within a certain range.
General
right?
thoughts, and I can see through its eyes.
Yeah, but you have to actively take over to do that, right? Yeah. So, you just be having it peek ahead, though, and give you any early warnings for
Yeah.
things.
That's all it's doing.
All right. And does it have its own stats as far as perception or anything like that? if you want to get that. But I'd say for the rest of you, you guys do travel for quite a while unbothered. I'd say the first day of travel is pretty uneventful. And you guys would probably be heading towards, nightfall. Ooh. So yeah, you've just got his, So yeah, he does have good perception. So if you want to hang on to that for a little bit later.
Sure.
But the first day would be pretty uneventful as you travel. I know, were you guys planning on setting up camp for the night?
I think we need to get there as soon as possible.
Well, we don't want to also exhaust ourselves.
Shouldn't we just take
True.
off?
Yeah, this horse seems to be getting a little tired.
If we keep,
Yeah, that would be, so there would be some risks. You could travel through the night and get there faster,
but take
you
a
would
little
be,
exhaustion.
well, you would be foregoing sleep. At this point, it wouldn't exhaust you to continue going through the night.
Yeah, but what about the horses?
The horses would be more strained if you didn't stop
I
to
think-
take breaks.
I think at this point we do need to take at least a nap at the release. Let the horse rest for a little bit. We can't want to take a long rest.
I agree with the religious nut.
Well, at least we agree on something.
So you guys want to find somewhere to set up a camp?
Yeah. Bosch will probably just be pacing because he's nervous about what's.
So it'd be this area all along this main road is heavily wooded. Who's looking for a spot to camp?
I'm too nervous. I'm
A hawk.
The hawk. You send him to find somewhere to camp. Can you get a perception check for the hawk?
Sure thing.
And can you give me whatever works well. It's relevant. Nature,
Can I
survival.
get him guidance?
Yes, you could.
I will give you guys
16.
16 from the hawk. All right, so I have something for Frog in a moment.
I'm just freaking. My guy's just nervous as fuck.
So I have one thing for Jaster and one thing for Frog. So, Frog, your hawk gives you the signal. These thoughts from a lovely place to camp for the night, and you begin following over, and you see a really nice perched up spot on a tree that looks like it'd be really well suited for a hawk. And then Jaster would probably shout over to you from a nice open, safe looking clearing. Whatever you'd say. As you find a lovely spot to camp.
This place is pretty flat.
Pay attention, buddy. We don't live in trees. Now go find me a rabbit.
Give me another perception check. Actually, I'd say perception works fine in this case.
So that would be a 15.
15. So you send the hawk off, and the hawk begins flying, looking for a rabbit. So is there anything any of you guys want to do as far as setting up camp? Do you guys have anything like tents, traveling gear, anything to set up to make it more comfortable?
I'm used to being in like darkness and on the ground, so I don't really care.
So you're just roughing it?
I'm just roughing it.
I don't think my gear. He's actually been on a pilgrim path before in his old days.
So no bedrolls, tents, or anything, just
him-
roughing it?
For him, he's probably going to be singing a prayer of him.
So
And
you're
I'm because I'm nervous about what's going to be happening with not just my armor, but going up against the dragon. I'm just like pacing.
So you're, a bit restless, and you're just going for like
restless.
peacefully, resting on the ground, find a comfy spot to lay your head.
I'm starting a fire and setting my bedroll up near it.
Yeah.
So-
Can I actually
Leaning
do a
up
little
the
bit
tree.
survival check a little bit for like any food around the area?
You absolutely could.
I want-
Trying foraging. So you start foraging for food, Frog setting up
think
a
that was-
bedroll and a campfire.
Guidance time one more time.
Sure.
Here we go. Let's see.
Guidance.
Hey, it helps.
It's good to spam.
10 plus survival. So that's a 13. So let's see what's plus 1, 14.
14. I'd say with 14, you do manage to find some sections of, different little bushes full of berries and some mushrooms that look safe to eat. Definitely some good stuff to feed you for the night.
So I couldn't find anything for everyone else.
You'd find just enough to really feed yourself with that.
So yeah, I'm sorry guys.
What would anything from the other three?
Here.
Rosh is pacing around. There
Yeah.
were. You have a couple of days of
What would you do if
rations
you saw
and
me just,
packs on the
just
horses.
pacing
So
like
they didn't use
crazy?
I
supplies.
still have rations. I'm probably gonna eat
We
one.
like
I would
calling
ask
you
Morale
now.
if she has like Leona's tiny hut.
You'd be like,
Anything that could,
I wanna say
protect us for the
a
night.
calm mind
She
will win
probably
war.
wouldn't have that spell prepared.
Which,
Don't
She
worry,
brought some specific ones.
don't worry about the what ifs.
And she probably, I'm afraid
Well, that's
all I've
worrying
brought
about.
along was a
He's gonna
tent
one
to
track
set up
mind
and
the
bedroll,
moment.
but
Oh shit!
Alright, let's set up.
I don't have that spell. I know of it, but it's not one I'm familiar with.
I have advantage. I should have been rolling 2 dice.
Oh yeah, you could if you wanted. I will say, you hear in the distance, Frug's hawk screeches and begins triumphantly flying over, holding 2 rabbits, one in each talon.
Oh, good boy.
As it drops one down next to you, and then flits its way up into the tree and starts picking away at the other.
Cool. I'm begin cleaning it and spitting it.
Yeah, so after when I get my ration, I'm probably gonna take out the fluff cup that I have and make my bed.
Jim with the really comfy bed, the very plush, fairy-sized bed. So y'all can begin setting up this encampment. You'd see, and so sorry for Jaster. What did you have as far as sleeping conditions? Anything too
Just
crazy?
gonna lean against the tree.
Lean against the tree and slump there to sleep.
Yep.
I would say for Hanu, you'd see Morrowan starts going to set up this tent. It looks like she's fumbling quite a bit with it.
I'll try to help.
So this would just be a survival check to set up this tent. See how well you can put it together.
Good. Crystal. I got 8 plus 4, 12.
A 12. So I'd say, you come over, do average job, just, you missed a baton there, and this, loops over. You gotta make sure it's tied down. You do put it together successfully.
Good.
To kind of help out with that. Thank you. These things are always so finicky.
I agree. I suck at setting up tents.
That's why I don't use them.
Vosh just laying on the cold, hard ground.
Yeah.
Ah!
he basically curls up like a dog. Just like, yeah.
He's curled up like a dog.
Yeah, like it. How they walk in a circle. Still just.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
So, are you guys doing kind of watch or anything? So you've set up this little encampment, fire's going.
Yeah.
Keep one eye open is basically
I'll
for me.
grab a nap before my watch.
We'll just do like watch.
Who's taking first watch and all that?
That's what we're finding out.
I'm just
I
keeping
think
my
that's
eyes.
like
I'll take
close
first watch.
in her little bedroom.
I'm not the best with
First watch.
perception. I
I'm
can
still
always give
cooking up
myself
the
guidance,
rabbit.
but
Not tired yet.
Sorry, he's cooking, offering the first watch. What were you saying for Zoltan?
I could take watch. I do have dark vision as I am.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, so or he could take it, whichever. I could give myself guidance, but
I'm always gonna just keep
I'm not the
keep
best
one
with
eye open
perception.
while I'm asleep. Like
Yeah, I'll take one of
Just
the
like-
later watches.
Okay, so
always just kind of like.
Frog on first watch. You're saying you want to take second.
Yep.
And that'd probably be 4-hour spans. Was anyone else trying to stay awake? Vosh, you said you're just trying to.
I'm just gonna keep an eye open.
Keep
I'm
an eye
not.
open.
I'm not gonna like fully fall asleep. I'm just kind of.
Could I
lucid.
have from Vosh a Constitution check?
he'd probably be. Actually, can he sing this song, please? Because he knows he's antsy.
Yeah.
Can I try to sing him to sleep?
No, that's so.
Can you roll the Constitution check with disadvantage?
Yeah, make sure you sleep, fucker. I don't care.
Oh my gosh! Come on, man.
He got lower.
He got lower,
So
man.
you rolled a 4.
Yeah.
So
5, 6, 7.
Oh.
Now that's a 7, man. Come
So
on.
Vosh is going, I gotta sleep with one eye open. Gotta stay focused. And then you begin to drift off to sleep as
Yeah.
you
That's it.
fall out. While Zoldan's just there going,
He knows
You're
you're
out of tune.
a whole performance just for the fuck of it.
let's see if you've improved into the
Let's
night.
see how good it improves.
You're really out of tune.
A natural 1.
Hey, at least it's better for a role-playing moment, not a fucking fighting moment.
Yeah. You're
really out of
I'll pick up
tune
the
there.
tune and see if I can
Save the
correct
song.
them.
Keep them from falling asleep.
Yeah, that'll probably keep me from falling asleep. That we can't actually make me wake up, I guess.
Hold on, so, and then Jaster joins in,
14.
and he starts going, so you perform significantly better. I don't know how you would correct him. What would you let him know?
I just start singing over him.
Oh, there, God.
Jeff is just like, I'm too comfy. I want to sleep. Take me
And
sleep.
you hear this beautiful singing from Jaster of this.
You know what it reminds me of right now?
There's like top one.
You hear like it's this angelic music, but then it's as if someone's plucking a harp with a sour note as Zoldan sings this song.
I know. I'm just kind of like,
But-
just eyes wide open.
But
like,
you
honestly.
begin to hear like the really soft, soothing sound of Jaster's voice mimicking the song.
And then I hear the sour note.
I'd say he's singing over him loud and smooth enough to
You know
where
what? It reminds me of this. This is not copyright. This is just something I found amongst.
Yeah, pretty much.
okay.
Yes, that would jot Jim awake.
So on this first watch, while everyone's winding down with their bedtime shenanigans, could I get a perception check from Frug?
And Hawk.
Oh my gosh.
I think that was funny as shit.
Now, does the hawk have dark vision?
No, but I have very good vision.
Yeah, good vision, but not dark vision, right?
He respects a quest for vengeance, and he wants you to have your vengeance.
Keen
but he's
sight.
also trying to make sure
Hawk
you
has
get
advantage
wrapped
on
up
wisdom
with that bad
perception
note.
checks that rely on
So
sight.
it'd be a flat roll for the hawk because it'd have advantage, but would have disadvantage because of the darkness.
Ugh, so I failed. That would be perception. Let's double check that.
It was a 2
Plus
on the
3
dice for
5.
a 5 for perception,
But the Hawk
also
is actually
Still like a
plus
9,
6,
right?
11. Because
Ooh.
it's got plus 2 for wisdom and plus 4 for.
well, if it
Extra
has
perception.
perception, that'd be its total bonus for perception. Yeah,
Oh,
so
alright.
that'd
Well,
be
then-
plus 4 total.
Alright, so 9.
So a 9. Oh, but his passive perception is actually higher than the active. 14. So I'll probably just count it as that for the hawk.
Okay.
So
Can I at least try
as
to keep
you-
an ear out, seeing as they made me fall asleep. Can I at least try to mentally keep an ear out there?
I would say you've fallen asleep.
Fully.
Yeah, you're
God dang it.
resting nice and well on this comfy earth.
I'm just sleeping, and I'm just probably resting in a meditative position.
Yep. Okay.
Mental
So,
note. Smack him when I wake up.
Frog, for the first 4 hours of sleeping, nothing too crazy happens. You're listening out, but you don't hear too much other than
Not really going to.
some critters rustling around, but nothing too crazy as you sit awake. And you notice it's about halfway through the night.
Who had next watch?
It's supposed to be Jaster, right?
Yep.
I give him a little kick. Tree top, wake up.
Yeah, I'm here.
So, as you're sitting awake, can I also just have a perception check from you?
10.
A 10, any bonuses
No.
on perception? Oh yeah, because you have the
Flat.
guy with no eyes doing the perception. Right. So, with a 10, you hear something rustling around in the bushes around the camp, but you can't quite place where the noise is coming from. But you do keep just hearing this rustling sounds if something's in nearby bushes, and are probably darting around, looking left and right. But you just can't pinpoint where this is coming from. What do you do?
I'm just gonna walk over to it.
I would say, so you're hearing the sound coming from multiple different areas around where you've got your camp set up at.
Okay.
So it's like the sound's bouncing around from darkness. You can't pinpoint it.
Alright. somebody awake and yeah,
Who do you kick awake?
who's close?
That can be more up to you.
Oh, okay. Sure, kick him awake.
Kick Connor awake.
What is it? Something around. I can't figure out what it is though.
Alright, lead the way.
I don't know where it is.
Kick
Am I
the-
able to like?
kick the guy who
So
actually has
you guys
dark
are
vision.
currently sleeping. It's
Yeah,
just
we're out.
Anu and Jasper.
Okay.
Two party members without dark vision.
Yeah, kick the one guy awake that does
Jasper,
not have dark vision.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You
So
just
I'll look-
kicked. Yep.
Can I look around or
You
try to
could.
listen?
You would have disadvantage as you do not have dark vision. That really high, 18 and a 20.
Oh, yeah, 18 and a 20.
So you start looking around, and while your vision isn't as good in this situation, you do hear quite a bit better as you listen for the sounds of bushes rustling. You begin to see shadows bouncing around off just the dim embers of the campfire. You see these shadows moving, tiny figures. As you look towards, you see a rounded head and colors, almost a brown and orangish red. And they seem to be just poked behind a tree. Some kind of figure looking at you, looking at it.
I'm just gonna shoot with an Eldritch Blast.
So you shoot an Eldritch Blast at it?
Yeah, I'll shoot it at the tree.
At the tree.
Like right at the tree.
Okay. So, I mean, you give me an attack roll.
Yeah.
Just as you aim towards this tree, attack roll and a damage roll.
Let the noise wake me up.
So 8 plus
Sounds equal.
15.
So 15, you hit like spot on, just trying to hit the tree next to them, take some damage. D10 plus your modifier. So you have the, what is it, painful blast? Agonizing blast. I always forget the name of that one.
Am I able to hear this now? Or?
I would say shortly.
1.
Okay.
So you
Plus
just
4.
you
So
shoot
5.
this little blast. It leaves like this scorched mark where the force, well, not quite scorched, but impact mark from the force hitting it, and you hear like a loud shuffle as if something stumbles back, and then just scurrying through bushes as this would wake the rest of the party.
Wait,
Did I see
what?
anything
What
run
happened?
away?
Wait,
I would say
wait a minute.
so. For
You put me to
Jasper,
sleep.
as you can now see as he shoots towards it, you'd be able to just make
I
out
just woke up and I'm
this
like,
black
wait,
and
wait,
white
wait.
silhouette of these
Put me to sleep.
strange figures,
to be
almost in the darkness in this black and white. They look very similar, almost to your shape, where there's these very natural elements to them. Two small figures running off into the darkness, and they would quickly rush away and go out of sight.
What happened?
Halt!
We heard some rustling in the woods.
Shoot at raccoons.
Were they raccoons?
Half of them. I didn't get a good look. I can't see in this shit.
This is why I wanted to be having at least one eye
What's
open.
that, Jason?
So you're about halfway through your rest, and you rush over there.
I'll follow.
So for Hanu, you do get enveloped in this darkness as you're rushing over. Jasters, you rush over, you would see dropped on the ground next to where these figures were standing. You see this long, stalky mushroom that looks out of place.
Pick it up.
As you pick it up, you can't quite make out the color of this as you're in, this dark vision view. But you do have this mushroom, and as you pick it up, you feel a cloud of spores begins to tuft into the air around you. And
Spores again.
As you breathe this in, you begin to get flashes of these sensations, as if the thoughts of another creature go into your mind. You get this sensation of curiosity followed by panic.
Those mushrooms.
Like mushroom?
You could give me a. I'd say it would probably be Arcana check.
That's only a 9.
I'd say with a 9, you wouldn't know much other than maybe just that there's some kind of magical element to this. It's some kind of supernatural thing attached to this, but you wouldn't be able to know exactly what.
I know somebody who might know a little more about that.
All right. And this is where it could pop to, you guys awake. What are you guys doing as far as Jim, Zoldan?
I would probably be searching the area afterwards.
Same here.
So you guys start checking out the same spot they're looking at.
We're gonna
Yeah.
back the frog over there. It's like, hey, you know what this is? Puffs the spores in his face.
Shit. So 14.
A 14, and you say you puff these spores into his face. Frog, as these spores are sent in your face, you're breathing this in. You get another set of imagery, a panicked sense, and a few words. Seek the sovereign.
Seems like some natural forest magic.
And as you begin thinking about this, and that would probably resonate with you a bit, you remember having read in a book about a species of mushroom creatures called myconids. They're natural creatures, very similar to werewolves. These almost creatures mixed in with this innate natural magic. And you'd know where these small ones have probably left this behind. There's probably more to be found somewhere else in this forest.
Do I remember reading anything about them being particularly dangerous?
I'd say you got a 15 on the Arcana check? 14. I'd say with that you'd probably know they are typically creatures found in the Underdark, and they're usually it's usually one of those situations where when humans encounter them, they're usually met with violence.
That's not uncommon.
Yes. And that they're generally very wary of humans.
Now I'm curious why they
Only
can't
one
approach
human
us.
here.
I'm not human.
You're human-like.
Human-like is one thing, but don't you dare call me a original human. I'm a celestial.
Unfortunately.
I'm closer to the mushroom people.
Well, at least I have a face, unlike you.
I'm closer to the mushroom people.
Yeah.
He kind of got back in a very.
I guess I might as well call him half Two-Face at this point.
Half face.
Half face.
Sorry, I was trying to be clever, okay?
Quarter face.
Quarter face.
Quarter face.
He's mouthy right now.
Yeah, there's no wonder they took their mouth. It's the only way to shut them up.
Just grab a torch and head into the direction that.
So you want to follow them into the woods?
Yeah.
I will say, sorry. So Morellin would
Wait,
be
my
stirred
sword is
awake
flaming,
too.
too. Flaming sword.
See, so it wouldn't have too much light.
Oh,
though. Very
I'm sorry.
faint.
I was trying to be
Are
clever.
they still
Yeah.
kind of there?
No, so they scurried off. You guys had
Alright.
maybe a minute or two of conversation about this. You're trying to see if there's some kind of a trail to follow
Yeah.
from them.
Darn it. If
God,
they
at this
stuck
point.
around a couple seconds longer, I could have used fairy fire.
I was gonna say,
That
so
would have been good.
Marlon, what do you think? Should we follow him, or should we just still focus on getting our rest and going to the dragon?
Morellin would go to look. She'd try and investigate the mushroom you got, and she'd look at it and go, this is from myconids. They're creatures. What was their circle called? I did some research on them a few years back. I believe they were from something called a Circle of Autumn. But these creatures, they're very wary of humanoids. They tend to stay hidden away in the woods.
Yeah, so why did they come to us?
Probably rabbit.
That. Oh, they wouldn't be something that could go rabbit. There's something of a hive mind.
I've heard about
like
that.
a mushroom.
Hive minds.
Yeah.
So there's like a main mushroom.
I'm
Yes.
curious as anybody else, but let's get some sleep and go follow up in the morning.
We also got a dragon against that.
Yes.
Yes, the Myconids, they don't
Need to get my
typically
armor before he
pose much
corrupts it.
threat. They're usually more elusive.
If
It
they wanted to
is
harm us, they would have.
strange.
Build the fire back up a bit, and we have a timetable to get on.
Agreed.
So are you guys going back to your rest?
Well, my
I'm
character,
awake
like,
now.
He's already slept, so
So you want to stay? You guys are sitting awake, but kind
Yeah.
of waiting
Oh,
for
I'll go back to
sunrise.
sleep.
Grug goes back to sleep.
my character will probably just like walk around, also praying to his god and all that.
Now, are you staying to do enough? Are you staying light enough on the activity to still get a long rest? Nothing too crazy, or
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
just kind of keeping an eye out for
Yeah.
a little bit.
Same.
Like he's already slept, so he's just gonna keep a watch and just like
Yeah.
he's not gonna
Just
sing right now.
light activity and trying to just keep an extra eye out.
Mhm.
You still sleeping?
Specifically
still
keeping
got
an
to
eye
see.
out for
No, I'm awake
More than
now. I'm
minutes.
awake. I'm going back to bed.
All right.
they have
Yeah,
to
Jim
come
will
back
probably
inside.
fall back to her comfy bed, fluffy bed.
So
roll.
Jim just flops back into the little matchbox bed, the little thing of fluff.
Yeah, a little bit fluffy.
All right. So with that, you guys will go uneventfully for the rest of the night till morning, as you keep this watch out. But nothing else comes. I mean, maybe a few small critters go by, but nothing of concern.
Okay.
Down. Yes.
No.
No, I'm not gonna do
Yeah, that'd be out of character for you.
So
Or maybe in character. I don't know. You're
that. Sorry. We're
it's
sorry.
okay. As you guys get towards the second day, this is you begin your travel for maybe an hour or two in, and you would see that the roads begin to fork off, where one direction would begin taking you towards Oakhaven, while the other would take you towards Arcanum.
This is our last chance, guys.
I still want to go to Arcanum.
Send them the hawk ahead with special instructions to keep an eye out for other mushrooms.
All right. So you're having to travel ahead of you. So you guys are still leaning towards Arcanum.
Yeah, I am.
I am, but unless you want to transform into a
4
raven.
for 6.
Yeah, but if it's like a day's ride, that's not going to do as much.
You'd be real far off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still about a day, maybe day and a half ride to either city.
I hope so.
Hey, minor illusion to switch the signs.
So,
You know I can see that.
I would say the only flaw with that would be you guys do have a map that the rest of the party has seen to know which way branches where.
Nice try, jackass.
Do you still want to go
Nice.
to switch the signs and try and do it?
Absolutely.
I mean, you gotta try to do
Nice
So-
try,
You'd be
Jaster.
like, oh, look,
Could-
what's wrong?
Could you give me a sleight of hand check?
Probably by deception.
Well, we'll see. So, you guys see Jaster from the background of all of you. You hear just murmuring as he casts this spell, and whoever's riding in the front, I would say it'd probably be, it was you two in the front.
So,
You're probably reading the sign. You see as magic washes over the letters, the signs switch around.
Jaster!
Like you had just kind of glanced at the sign and started getting a look at it, and then it just begins to shimmer and change before your eyes.
Yeah, I don't think you guys are really to be dressed
Nice try,
right away.
Tree Top.
You can hear the mumbling from the background
Yeah.
and see Jaster waving his hands as the
Jaster. Don't you know that's a little childish?
It was worth a try.
I liked it.
Boy.
Honestly, I don't really care which way we go.
Well, at least it's an illusion will wear off, so people won't get confused, but
I don't think anybody's going to these towns anymore.
I don't think.
Yeah, I know. I like
Fades
it.
with concentration, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's for like
As
a
soon as we
minute.
get past it, it's going to go right
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, but maybe
So, are you guys still staying the original course?
I'm still staying.
I am
Yeah.
still saying the original course.
So you guys branch off towards the right path, leading towards Arcanum. Jaster doing the little finger snap in the background.
Trying to do Ace Ventura bullshit.
Jester, no jester.
Sniper, no sniping, bitch.
No.
So, as you guys carry on scolding Jaster down the road, you would begin making your way along the road, and you would see, after maybe another couple hours of travel, the front of the party, if you could give me perception checks, as well as the hawk. Right? You have
Guidance
your hawk
time.
looking out for myconids, right?
Right.
All right, guidance time. Let's go. I got no
Alright,
choice.
let's
What? So are you passively casting this on yourself? So doing the, chanting
Jesus
spell,
Christ.
casting it?
I've got a
Actually-
13.
Actually, no, I don't think it would not be. He's just looking out around. So.
I got a
I got
13.
21 total.
So you're in the middle, though, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Okay, go
Oh,
ahead.
I only
got a
rolled for
30.
him, not for me.
And let's see. So you're towards the
Oh, I was,
middle also,
I was in
right?
the middle.
All right,
Yeah.
I got a +3, so here we go.
I got a 13 altogether.
It's a 15.
15 and a 13?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say, for you guys, you'd probably be, and Vosh, you're kind of looking to the front and, focusing the reins of the horse. And maybe it would be a little slower to pick it up, but Zoltan, you'd see this sight first, as you see in front of you maybe about 100 feet ahead on the road. You see what seems to be a group of creatures. You see... Uh-oh.
Do they look?
Well, that's what I was getting to. I'm looking for my descriptions. So it'd be these scrunched, very, anthropomorphic, dog-like creatures, overgrown with fur, covered with these tattered strips of cloth and armor, some holding weapons. You see by their side seems to be a couple of vicious-looking dogs, hyenas.
Oh, I knew it.
And you see the scene of one of these creatures standing a bit more upright than the others. Has this staff, a gnarled piece of rotted wood that seems to ooze with filth. And it begins holding the staff over what looks to be the corpse of a kobold. As it pours this Icarus green goo into its mouth, you see the body of what definitely seems to be a dead creature begins to convulse and contort as its arms and legs begin to shift to the shape of a hyena,
Mutations.
and its body begins to spring up off the ground.
Oh, it's like, oh, that is disgusting. Cool stick.
Oh, sorry. One slight correction too. The kobold wouldn't have quite been dead. It would have been very close to dead.
Okay, so
Not quite necromancy.
So it's not necromancy. It's more like
It's more.
while their bodies are alive, it's transmutation kind of.
Not an abomination yet.
You're like, oh goodness.
You see, and as you guys, and as Zoltan pointed this out to you, I imagine you all would have stopped, depending on if you keep pushing on or not. But you can kind of see this scene coming forward where this thing becomes transformed into one of these hyenas.
So the one with the staff is like a more humanoid hyena?
It's definitely standing more upright than the other ones. It's doing it seems more intelligent than the other ones for sure. And you see it begins to move towards another one of these kobold bodies, seemingly unaware of you all at this time.
I say we rush in before he starts raising a little army.
Agreed.
About how far away is he?
They're about 100 feet out.
Do we all want to destroy that?
I want to destroy that staff as soon as possible.
A mutation like that could be a very bad thing, especially mutations like that.
I'm just gonna. Do you guys wanna? Because I can just blast him with an Eldritch Blast from here.
Yeah, I was gonna take out the mage.
Yeah, I was gonna.
How
try
far
to
away
take
are we?
the mage.
About 100 feet out currently. You are on horseback, though.
You have fireball, don't you? That's what it says.
I'm gonna.
And I have frostbite and ray of frost.
2 Eldritch Blasts.
So you guys just go straight for an attack. Also, for reference, your horses can go 60 foot per round as an action. Well, sorry, 60 foot of movement plus an additional 60 foot of the action dash.
Like, that's not an action, that would be their action.
The horse would take its action after you.
Oh, okay.
Though, you would have to have somebody having the horse move to handle the animal.
Should we tell Merlin to stay back?
Well,
You see, she seems focused. She seems focused on. Well, is currently the one who's, driving this horse.
Yeah.
Piloting, handling, whatever it is. Steering,
Steering the horses.
flying the horse. So you guys want to go straight for the offensive?
Definitely.
Yeah, this guy's some bad news bears.
So,
There, yeah.
And it's a surprise, right?
Probably Matt Cobalt.
it would be
Ultimate gift.
life. I will print thing out. There will be on my outskirts of a little map. I didn't have a very big one.
Alright, where's my fucker?
Let's just have you guys on because we don't have 100 foot of this. Yeah, if you guys approach, you'll be on it. They'll be towards the side of the room.
I'm trying to decide which one I want to use here.
Let me set up a little battle map. Just one moment as we feel some dead air as I look for some kobolds.
What do you think?
Let's kobold.
This?
I don't have a mini.
Oh, I see.
A mini.
A mini.
Maybe, depends on what you want to go for. Do you have any group
Which
spells?
one did you like to use? I don't know.
These are all the spells I have.
You got one with the chains.
I have those two spells, and then
Thunderwave is it like in front of you or is it like a cone?
that comes
Gray one will
from.
do.
Huh?
That gray one will do.
Oh, which?
Yeah, so maybe Ray of Frost at this
So,
point,
yeah.
because we don't want to waste too many
Doesn't
spell
really match
slots.
me.
That's why I wanted to use these
Yeah,
because of
yeah,
the
there's a
cantrip.
matching one. Sorry, we're scrambling around looking for minis. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, see,
Actually, that's pretty fantastic.
it comes from me.
I know, but it's such a good
Yeah, just don't use Thunderwave.
one. These little guys will do.
What about that one with the chains, John?
I don't know.
I don't want to. I might have to rush in as the fight because
I'm trying to decide which it's like frostbite or ray of
I don't want to
frost.
use too many of my spell slots.
Yeah.
That's why I'm using cantrips. using spells.
No, I know, but most of my cantrips are helping. Like, oh, I forgot. I've told the dead. Forgot that.
Yeah. All right.
But they're not dead yet.
Don't worry, they will be soon enough.
We'll have a lot of you.
And I'm pretty sure those spirits are crying out for vengeance now.
So, what attacks are you guys making as you lead off this encounter?
how far is Toll the Dead?
Once I get
Good
within,
question.
once I get within 60 feet, I'm gonna do ray of frost on the
So you'd have to get within
sorcerer.
6 feet.
Yeah.
Now you would have to have your horse move.
Right.
You on horseback, you would have to spend an action to have them move.
Right.
Oh, that's a 60 feet thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So-
Mine's a 60-foot thing.
Are you? So I assume you're just charging the horse forward then.
We're both on the horse, so
Yeah,
yeah.
we're both on
so-
it. So
You'd have to get the horse to go forwards, then Zoldan would be able to attack.
I would probably jump off the jump down from the horse and all that while I'm right when he's about to get in range.
I'd like to try to hit him with a sneak attack.
I'd rather not have
Anyway.
the horse be in trouble.
true.
So, are you?
I-
so you're.
No, I would put the leave the horse where it is and get off and to get 60 feet forward.
Well, so you guys, if you do that, you'd just be spinning your whole move and action to get closer.
Do we want to risk it?
You're 100 feet away now.
We have the cart, so it's a risk.
You got the horses. I mean, you could move the horse 60 foot, and then Zoldan could still attack from 40 foot away.
right. That
Or
would,
you could move him
That'd be-
within 60 foot.
that would-
within 60 foot would probably where I would mark.
So you're going to have the horse move forwards, and then Zoldan's going for an attack.
Yeah.
You're going for an attack. Attack.
Yep.
And do you have anything close enough?
I got my never lose dagger and able to just kind of.
You'd be out of range at 100 foot for a dagger.
Yeah, would be, yes.
That's
Should
why I
have
wanted
the
to get a
range
little bit
listed for
closer.
throwing a dagger. I believe it's 20 and 40 foot for a dagger.
And is there like any bushes that you could hide behind?
I'd say there's a lot of bushes you could try and hide in, but you have to get closer to go towards them.
I don't want to
never
use
mind, I'll stay out of
my.
it.
I don't want to use my spell slots on this.
Do you want to have your horse move closer? Because you can see Vosh and Zola going to start charging forwards.
And I still wait.
You're going to wait for now? Okay, so then we'll have you two are attacking from a range, and then or you three are attacking from a range, and
Yep.
then you guys are going closer. So
Mhm.
you want to make your attacks. Who wants to go?
I
first?
can't really make my attack because I'm doing.
Wait.
I'm going for a fireball.
He's going for a fireball.
Oh, okay, I totally forgot. I have a short bow.
All right.
Oh, that would work. So I have to make some dexterity saving throws.
Fail.
All right, someone has to make a wisdom saving throw.
First, let's see how the fireball goes.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Yes, I've got to make a lot of saving throws.
All right, I'll wait till you're done.
As they are all clumped together, definitely within fireball range.
Hence the first attack.
Surprise!
Sometimes those
what's
are
your
in fireball
save?
range.
That would be
The wizard leads with
16.
16. Okay, so they have to save a 16.
Yep.
And then the average one has +1 dex. So fail, success. So 4 of them fail, 2 of them succeed. Now for one more. Also looks like they fail. I need to check their stats real quick. Yes, so they also fail. Could I get some damage?
28 points for the ones who failed.
28 points. So you all watch as fire engulfs all of these gnolls, as well as the bodies remaining from the kobolds. And these hyenas, who I'm not even going to roll for, as the majority of them are completely immolated. You see, they quickly burn and let out yelps and cries as they're turned to dust. You see a couple of these creatures remain.
They would have taken 14 points.
Yes. And then the rest of you can attack. You see the shaman as well as the other 2 gnolls are still standing.
I'm just gonna shoot the shaman twice.
Shoot the shaman twice, alright?
So 19 and 17.
Will hit.
Or this one's like a 20. Alright. 1d10. So 2d10s. 5
plus your bonus twice.
Yeah, so 5 plus 8.
So a total of 13 more to him. Alright. So this thing begins taking heavy amounts of damage. Looking really rough. Who hits next? The shaman.
That's alright.
You see
How many
two,
others are there?
2 normal ones still remain.
Yeah, there's 3 left.
Okay.
We're now in range, aren't we?
So
Lurching
I know he was still
ray.
shooting. He's moving forwards, and then you had a shot also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have my Toll of the Dead, and they have to make a wisdom saving throw.
So you're doing what?
Scorching ray.
So you're
Oh,
for all
God.
3 of them?
Everything's burning.
I was gonna do cold.
Seems to be working.
Oh, wait, rolled that way.
Oh. Then that one misses.
So yeah, that's
And
17
And which is for which?
that's for the shaman.
So that would have missed on the
And
shaman.
13.
Just hits. So the other one will hit as well.
So first hit does 9.
Alright,
Oh,
so you watch as another one of these creatures is engulfed in flame and falls to the ground.
Hit is on 4.
So that one is still standing and begins just reeling and batting at the flames on its chest, trying to get away from the fire.
Lay down your arms and you might live.
I highly doubt that.
Okay, and then you had one more attack coming.
Toll
as
the
you
dead.
rush up and toll the dead. Which one are you toll the deading? The gnoll or the shaman?
Which one is hurting more?
They both look very badly injured.
I think the shaman poses more of a threat.
Yep.
Wait, what?
The shaman is the bigger.
Then I'll do the shaman. Let's see how good
Right.
they does. They have to beat a 14, but I got a
And
feeling.
it's a con save or wisdom?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
But I don't know how good they're going to go.
They are quite wise, so they succeed the save.
So they take nothing.
No damage. All right. So I don't know if there's much point in it at this point, but would you all like to roll initiative for the two remaining creatures?
You got a nat 1, baby.
19.
My turtle is so focused.
Oh, sorry. 19 plus 3, so 22.
22.
I got an 8.
I got it, Tim.
All right.
Where is it?
Oh,
oh,
hold on. Let's go in order.
17.
You got 19.
Oh, shoot.
22.
I dropped it.
22. Who got way higher on it?
I got 17. So I mean, I'm
17.
15.
15. 1. Turtle at the bottom. Classic. That's his special ability. Is he always gets bottom of the initiative.
the Torlock.
10.
Fitting.
And for Zoldan,
8.
8.
The dice definitely tell their story.
All right. Zoldan, 8 for.
Slow.
I have a feeling it's not even going to get to me, so it don't think it matters.
Yeah.
What turtle are you getting me?
Yeah, I know.
You would also see as the round continues, this section of the forest begins to become engulfed in flame.
Let it be.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. Just a couple of trees catching fire.
There, that could be the fire.
Oh boy.
So. We're not gonna name this map.
Yeah.
The map won't be needed. A surprise round can have a hell of an effect.
Especially with a fireball.
So Frog is the first to go. Frog, there are two badly injured creatures, now still 100 foot away from you.
Standing on my donkey's back.
What's your point first within fireball distance?
I'm going to go with just Firebolt.
Firebolt towards which
Or
one?
fire.
The shaman.
All right.
And let's see, what's that?
An 18 plus.
18 plus 8. So 26.
All right. So this thing gets hit. But how much?
7 points.
7 more points of fire damage. So you watch this creature engulfed in these flames just lets out a guttural roar as it falls to the ground, dead.
Yep, definitely making it.
So, after that, sorry, who had the 17?
Yeah.
So, Vosh, you'd be the next to go.
Oh boy. Okay.
And the 15 was you, right? Yeah.
So what's all
So
left?
you're within 60 foot. There's one mostly dead gnoll remaining.
I will.
It looks panicked as it's patting away, the fire burning its chest.
I'll say, here, let me help you out with that, and I'll cast Ray of Frost on him.
All right.
Hey, he's burning alive, so let's give him something to cool down with.
Oh,
To
yeah.
clarify, you're trying to kill him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't like what they were doing to my, they may have not been my Cobalt brethren, but they were still Cobalt, so I didn't like that.
Yeah. All right, roll some damage with an 18 plus.
I have a 19.
Oh, sorry, 19 plus.
Yeah, 19.
His die is clear with white lettering across the table from me.
So.
That extra one makes a difference.
So that was a 19 there for
AC
attack,
13.
and then I have to write 1d8. So find my d8. Wherever
All
that.
right.
Right.
A D8 of damage.
Mm-hmm. 1.
One more point of damage. What was he at? Hold on. Trim on the sculpture right here. Right.
He's dead.
And his speed is reduced till 10 feet until start of next turn, but I don't think he's going to get
He
one.
is at 1.
He's literally.
He's literally at 1.
So, Jaster, you see this thing reeling as it's coated in frost and surrounded by the increasing amount of flames blocking this road. What do you do?
If you surrender, we'll let you live.
And let's see.
Will we
you
now?
can speak to. I need to remember what they are.
Beasts and plants.
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
No would qualify.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
He was.
It
They
looks
were
like
messing
they
with
speak
my
uncommon. I can do that.
my kind, so I
Unfortunately,
was not
he
happy.
speaks no. I want to say because you can speak to beasts, it probably just about make out what you're saying.
Alright.
I want to rule it that way because yours is just you can speak to beasts, and it's pretty much beast language.
Yeah, he's like,
I would say you see the creature, wide-eyed, throws its weapons away and tries to roll out of the fire off to the side of the road, and just cowers with its hands behind its head.
Alright, well, I'll move closer and that's about all I can do.
I would say at that point, is anyone else going to take any hostile actions towards the creature?
Well,
I kind of want to blast me.
I would say so. In order, we would go from Jaster to. Oh, sorry. What was Jem's initiative?
10.
10. Okay, so yeah, the Knoll would go. It spends its turn cowering. Jem. Then it would be your go. Do you do anything?
Okay, it's just cowering, right?
Yeah, it's jumped out of the fire and it's just cowering next to a nearby tree.
Well, he's kind
It
of
looks badly burned with sections of frost kind of coating its chest.
Here,
You see lots of snot and drool coming from its mouth as it's just whimpering.
okay, player me kind of feels bad.
How does Jem feel?
Let's see.
It doesn't strike me as completely heartless.
I'm not that heartless either, but I wanted to get some kind of payback for what
she's
you did to
nice,
my
but she's just nice and a bit quirky, so.
So
I mean, she
nothing
tried-
for now.
She'll probably be like, I think he's had enough, guys.
Yes, I believe you're right.
So from there, sorry, what's Zoltan's initiative? I think I missed you. 8. Oh no, sorry, you were next. Okay, so, or no, you were before Jen. Or no, after. Yes,
Yeah, she
after.
was
I
after
wrote
me.
something backwards. Ignore me. So Zoltan, what do you do?
he's not. He's just going to keep an eye on it, but he's going to have a sword ready
So you move closer and are ready with a sword.
in case betrayal.
All right, then we go to Hanu.
I would just walk over and tie him up. I'm not going to blast him.
Okay,
So
so
we can't talk to him, can we? Well, you can kind of talk to him.
Don't
Ask
worry.
him if he knows if he's seen any other kobolds in a large group
Yeah.
around
If
here.
he's not useful,
I
then
would
he's not,
say-
we don't he's not useful.
I would
Okay.
say with being able, you can speak to beasts, but they can't speak back to you, right?
Correct.
Oh, true.
So none of you speak Knoll, right?
No, but I do have comprehend languages.
That could be useful.
I have comprehend
Do you-
languages.
Do you cast comprehend languages?
I will cast comprehend languages.
Okay, so you can speak to the Knoll then.
Very good.
So as you, huh?
I'm gonna grab the stick.
You grab the stick. So I would say from grabbing the stick, you can see the stick just seems to be some sort of an arcane focus, but seeping off it seems to be this Icarus filthy goo. It looks like it'd be poisonous to the touch if it went into someone's system.
Well, maybe I won't touch it.
Well, I'd say you can see it's almost like the poison is it's got a well it sits inside of the stick to where maybe you could probably keep the poison, but otherwise it'd just be a kind of a druidic focus.
Okay.
I would ask the gnome, like, have you seen any others like me, black versions of me, of my kind, in large groups?
Okay, so this is gonna be
No,
fun.
we want a small group.
I know. Well, I'm also trying to figure out where the
Oh, yeah.
where.
I tell where. Scaly thing. No more fire.
I didn't shoot fire. I shot ice. I tried
No
to put
more
out.
ice! No more ice!
No ice! No ice! No ice! No ice! No ice! No ice!
So cold, so hot. No more.
So cool.
Sees the fire sword right next to him.
You see Penny. No more hot! No more hot! As he cowers.
I just
He's also tied up at the moment.
yeah. Just tell us where they are building this machine. We want to destroy it and get rid of the black dragon.
What is machine?
About to say something.
Trying to think about how I would describe it to him. Is
What? Dragon. Big, scary thing.
big? Yes, we are trying to destroy.
You dragon.
No. No, not.
You see, he's about your size.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's like maybe a bit taller, but definitely this scrawny built muscle to him.
Yeah, I'm like me, way bigger.
Haven't seen.
Neither. I was like in town or over here. Like tried to just like
Little ones, and he points to like the charred corpse of Kobold.
yeah.
Little ones, many, and he like sniffs into the air and points down towards the down the road that you're following.
Okay.
Many, tiny.
Do they seem to be building something?
We don't go close, but they walk around and groups. Some weak. And he points to charred corpses again.
Understandable.
Many. We strike them down.
Are you allies to any of them, or are you just
No.
no?
They pray.
You want to get rid of them?
Change them. Grow our numbers. We are many. We are strong.
We're trying to take down big lizard.
Big one. You need many numbers. You are
Yes.
too small.
We need help.
Help. You need help. You could seek the shaman. Not that one. But there is
Obviously.
there is another.
Another.
If you work with them, we could all be many. We could all be strong.
I would relate to what.
Yeah,
they're
so
trying to
you
say.
guys hear like this snarling and growling back and forth, like pleading conversation. You see like the waving hand gestures of big, small, mini.
Yeah, well, it's like I just relay what he's
Yeah.
been saying to everyone. So
Translating back.
translating back to him. So what do you guys think? Do you
maybe
think
we
we should get them as allies to help us go against the dragon?
Oh, hang on one second.
I mean, it could work, but I'm very wary of it.
Give me 1 second. A short pause in between, but we're back to Kobold.
Translation of.
Do you
No.
guys think it's a good idea?
Do you guys think it's a good idea to, maybe team up with these guys to help take down dragon?
I don't know about it in the long run.
All that he's suggesting to go to their other shaman, not the one we just killed, but another shaman, and see if we can team up and make both of us stronger to go up against the dragon. I am trying to figure out if we
I
should
would
accept it
ask
or
Mo
no.
and what she thinks.
It's wary.
Yes, I would agree too.
Yeah.
That's
Let's ask her.
These creatures are filthy abominations against mankind.
But
But
there,
they are quite stupid. We could certainly use them, but
Like cannon fodder.
long term.
Good cannon
I
fodder.
didn't say cannon fire necessarily, but long term they would be a problem for our people.
Oh yes, we care a lot about your people.
Looks at you like very like.
She gives you like a
"Sure
skeptical look as you say that too.
do. Sure you do.
We all do.
Sure you
I
do.
believe that from some of you more than others, but these gnolls could be very much the type to feel like they've gotten the upper hand and then bite the hand that feeds them.
While they're busy talking, I'm searching the shaman.
I would say most anything useful on their bodies has been burned to pieces, burned ash. Because you guys like set them on fire and then have just left them sitting there a couple minutes. You see like the nearby trees are probably starting to go up too.
Gold should be fine. The gold should be fine.
Unfortunately, you'd see like maybe you open up a pouch off the shaman, kind of pull it out, and you'd see it's just kind of maybe some components, bones. You'd see maybe like skinned piece of scales of these black with a couple of twinges of green scales.
Then I'm just gonna bottle up the poison for later analysis.
See.
So
So,
guys,
I will say for reference, that would be a paralytic poison.
So I'm gonna
Oh, so they poisoned them.
I'm gonna basically ask you guys.
One
So
bottle.
should I make a deal with them and say that as long as they don't mess with the humans or us, like they can
I
help.
just don't know how much we can trust these animals.
That could be useful.
That's what I'm wary of. Like long term, as Morello.
We could just say it's a temporary alliance.
I mean, in all honesty, it doesn't really matter. Once we're done here, we're on to the next. So, I don't personally care what happens after we leave.
You see Morella gives you like a big frown. You say that.
Oh, I'm
So
sure you
cruel.
next are
Even I could care for
Perfectly
people.
capable.
Well, when we get rid of the dragon, you guys should be more
Just tight.
not as defenseless.
I suppose.
So for now, should we enter into a temporary alliance at the very least?
Yes, that's what I'm asking. Is should we do
don't
a
even
temporary?
know if they will, but we can try.
Here's the thing.
We
if
are
they-
on a time crunch.
I understand that. That's why I'm asking.
I'm thinking we just head to the town and start building our alliances with things we can trust.
I can agree with
I
that.
understand, and I would then just say thank you for all the information, and
We'll definitely think on it.
we will consider it. And
I'm just gonna
Go on our
behind
ways.
him and stab him in the back of my trident.
what?
So could I get just a stealth check?
A stealth check.
Yeah. This is just for thematic purposes.
10, 12.
Geez, someone's black-hearted.
If he goes back and
All right.
tells
So
everybody that
you
we-
see the gnolls looking around expectantly towards the lot of you, and as Hanu just creeps up behind him, stabs through the trident, you see he just quietly drops to the ground.
Hanu.
Sorry. I didn't want word getting out.
I
But it
understand.
does look like it was a surprise, and he just kind of goes peacefully.
That's what I
Well, at least he would die.
At least he would die.
Or in shock, one of the two.
All right, back to what we were doing again. At least we got our information.
Yes, but
So we found
knows
out
if he
that there are a
would've
lot of
gone back to
kobolds up in the
attack, and then we
area.
would have had to fight on two fronts.
Yeah, he would have died anyway.
Yeah,
I don't agree with it, but
we don't agree on a lot.
Hey, this way was quicker. At least he wasn't eaten by a dragon.
Yes.
I mean, and to be fair,
Sometimes it's-
gnolls are typically evil abominations, tend to eat and
True, but I mean,
Literally,
transmorph
like,
people.
Turning things into hyenas.
yeah, and
They were just violating kobold bodies.
oh, I
months
know. I
ago.
already showed him what frost and
well, at least frog fucker got a useful staff out of that.
Oh, I left the staff behind.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
He poured the poison out of the staff, and then
bottled it basically.
I would say also for that poison, it's DC 15 Constitution save when used, or they would be paralyzed, effectively stunned for a round, and that's I would say it's a pretty small amount of it. Code a weapon for a couple of attacks or a couple of arrows.
Cool.
Or could be used for other purposes. So,
Alright, on our way back.
So you guys are still on this main road. There is, this section of forest beginning to catch blaze, just a wee bit.
I probably
We better
before
continue on.
it gets too bad, I'll do like just my quick cone of cold on it and just.
Well, not quite cone of cold.
Well, not cone of cold.
Ray of frost.
Yeah, or frostbite, either one. Just it's kind of just like, okay, I'm not having this.
You just give me an intelligence check as you do this.
Intelligence.
Yeah, just flat intelligence check.
All right, let me see what my.
Vosh, his strong suits. Actually, Vosh doesn't have too many weak suits. He's a very well-rolled character.
Yes, I was. Oof. Won't we re-roll that one because it went into over
What'd
here?
you get?
I
What
got
did
an
it land
8.
on?
I got a 9 altogether.
A
Unless
9?
we're doing investigation.
No, it'd be intelligence. Just
Yeah,
flat.
so just 9.
So a 9. I'd say with a 9, you do enough targeting specific areas to help to where maybe a few trees in the area burn down, but it won't continue spreading.
Okay, that sounds all right.
The last thing we wanted to do is destroy the forest.
Right.
Put it on eventually.
So you guys,
Says the freaking guy made out of wood.
do you guys want to you want to just carry on down this
Yep.
main road?
Just keep going.
Yep.
All right. So who is traveling in the back?
I'm still on the front with
Still
Zoltan.
in the middle.
And then in the back was Jaster and Hanu.
Yeah.
You guys just give me perception checks. So to begin,
What are you doing?
Stretching.
I'll see nothing.
1.
5 and a 1. So you guys don't see this, but as the cinematic, as you're all riding off, just be the scene of some small red and brown mushroom creatures begin going towards this area as a fire faintly starts flickering out and begin pulling away the bodies of all these creatures.
Gonna use it for some food.
And you guys carry on down the road.
Or some mushrooms.
It's the circle. So,
I mean,
you guys continue traveling down the path, headed towards Arcanum. I'd say you've got the rest of the day fairly uneventful travel as you move towards. So you move towards night once more. What do you guys want to do?
Fuck the world.
how close
This
are we
time,
to?
when you're searching for a camping spot, pick one big enough and flat enough for the land dwellers.
So,
How dare the horse?
you guys are, I would say horses because you've stopped and rested. They're looking, a bit tired from a couple days travel, but they're, hanging in there. So you guys, assuming setting up camp, or are you carrying? You're maybe about another part of a day's travel, maybe to a full day, depending on if there's any interruptions.
Again, Vosh would reluctantly stop, but he still wants
Stop to rest.
reluctantly.
All right. So you searching for camp?
Yep.
Sending off the Falcon.
15 plus 4, so 19.
19. This time the Falcon, would fly up and perch down in a nice section of, it's probably a clearing surrounded by trees, kind of sectioned off good from the elements. Lots of tree cover for it.
Good boy.
So you guys want to set up your encampment once more?
Yeah. Gather some extra firewood just to keep it going longer.
All right.
This time I'm still gonna keep my eye out.
You're
Still.
just gathering firewood. You're in the woods.
This time I'm gonna try performance again for that.
Are you freaking kidding me? Trying to make me fall asleep again?
If anybody wants this. Thank you, sir.
Hey.
I'm full.
So.
I ate like 3 times today.
Sorry, snacks coming in.
Speaking of snacks, I'll send them off for another.
Send him to go find you.
Either a rabbit or a squirrel or something along those lines.
Alright, might as well search for food this time. Survival.
Search for more as well.
Guidance.
Seeing as I'm gonna before I try to bed down, I'm gonna do a little investigation around and see if there's any like tracks or anything.
Check around the area.
Yeah, just make sure there's no like cobalt tracks that have been coming through here other than mine.
All right.
And then you were looking for food.
Mm-hmm.
Here, yeah, I'll look for food too.
Oof.
Oh, wait, so let me know when you're ready.
Oof.
Yep. So 4 for the investigation.
That's 4 plus 3, so 4, 5. That's a 7 altogether.
So, once again, out of player knowledge, but in the realm of for it to look good for our viewers, you would see Vosh begin scouring around the perimeter of the camp, looking for any signs of tracks. And he begins peeking around, looking through, finding nothing. You can see just off in the distance, maybe 20, 30 feet out, a section that looks like a well-used hunting trail. Something things have traveled on dozens of times before. Out of your knowledge.
Well, there's my roll.
So you search for food with an 18. This time I'd say
with nature or survival?
it'd be survival.
That's a 21 then.
So with a 21, you do find this large section at maybe the base of a big oak tree.
No.
You would find this massive section of edible mushrooms sitting at the base of the tree. Uh-oh. Looks like a lot of food. Not the same as the mushrooms you've seen. But you know these are like edible...
Not like hallucinogen.
no, they're safe to eat.
They're shrooms, they're not shrooms.
Mushrooms, not shrooms.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, you'll probably bring them back. You think,
And as you begin gathering these mushrooms, something else will happen, but we'll loop back to that momentarily.
oh no.
What are you two doing? Sorry, Jim. We'll go around Jim first. What did you want to do?
Yeah, I want to find food.
So finding food as well.
Excuse me.
That is a 3 total.
So Jim, going off the opposite way of Zoldan, searching around, I would say you find. You probably see a couple of small critters, and as you begin to go after them, they look at you with the cutest, sweetest puppy dog eyes. As you're holding the dagger, looking at them, you just hesitate for a moment, and they scurry off into the woods. The cinematic shifts as you let the critter go, feeling bad that you were thinking of hurting it, but it's running off free and in the woods. Then we hear the screech of Frog's hawk as it lurches down, scooping it up out of the tree. No, so this is out of Jim's sight. So it skitters away from Jim, and then it's scooped up and dumped down in front of Frog.
Good boy.
And Jim, after the critters get away, you would just find this small section of mushrooms sitting at the base of a tree.
Okay, are they edible?
You're pretty sure they are.
Pretty sure, so, yeah, don't know.
As far as you know. So, any ideas on that? You want to come back to it?
Here, she's like, oh, mushrooms.
Scoop them up?
Yeah.
Oh no.
All right.
I'm pretty sure they're edible.
Then we go to Hanu, setting up camp, relaxing, eating rations, and then Jaster, you want to?
Yeah, I'm gonna go off to like the edge of the clearing, maybe a little off. Sit down. I'm gonna start singing and trying to attract some small animals.
So you try and like sing on this like beast tongue. Give me a performance check. So you're he's doing the full.
That's Cinderella over here.
Yeah, I was gonna say the full singing to attract small critters. A natural 1.
Oh my god.
A lot of that
It's the Disney movie singing, and you see all the animals. A bunch of them begin scurrying towards it, and then see this giant tree man, and then skitter off. You know, it's like the Disney princess singing to attract the animals, but then it's just a giant tree man instead.
It's like the Shrek scene where she sings and blows the one bird up.
Yeah.
Get in my mouth!
I'm bigger than you. Get in my belly.
Okay, Austin Powers.
And then there's the girl's like, oh, no.
And then we would loop back to Zoldan.
Oh no.
So Zoldan, as you're just picking these mushrooms, you found this nice haul of food. You would just hear a very sweet voice calling out to you. Oh, you're a handsome one. You look so kind, so sweet, so protective.
So delicious.
Part of me is very, very hesitant. Like very, very. Like,
Larry, you were scared
I
for you.
will just. What do you do?
is it coming from behind him or is it?
You just hear this voice coming from around you. You're not totally sure where.
He starts speaking. Was it just common voice or just?
It's common.
And you are. He just.
Oh, I should introduce myself. I am. Sorry, I need to remember me. I am Cineme. As a face begins to pull its way free from the tree you're picking mushrooms from. And at this point, I would need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
Oh, I'm good with actually wisdom. I can't get myself guidance, can I?
No, you're very surprised by
All
this.
right. Let's see. Which one goes first? The green or red? Choose
Or
your
just one of them.
pick. I know.
What was it?
17 plus 6.
So you feel this air of magical charm tries to come over you, as if innate. As this creature coming from the tree gives you just a warm smile. My name is Cineme. I am a protector of this area of forest.
Can I insight it?
Yeah.
Because part of me is just like, it's just him with how much he's been betrayed.
Yeah.
16 plus 6.
It is very obvious to you that this creature is trying to seduce you with kind words and compliments.
Like, yeah. And what are you really? Then you see, like, his eyes are starting to glow, like, with darkness.
She'd kind of reel back. Whoa, I'm a dryad. I'm a creature of the forest. I was just hoping to find someone of light. Someone who could be a protector of the forest.
I understand that. I'm a creature of light, but I am no protector. I've already made my choice years ago.
Is there no way I can convince you? I'm seeking someone who can get rid of the rot in this forest.
The rot.
The destruction brought on by this dragon.
We're already planning to kill the black dragon.
So you know of it.
One of my friends, actually, one of my companions, travel individuals, knows about him really well.
So you could be a protector. You plan to strike this thing down.
Mostly, yes, to put an end to its madness. In the name of Hoar, my god.
I'm unfamiliar with him.
The god of vengeance.
You bear so much on your soul. Allow me to give you a blessing to help guide you through.
Oh boy.
And if you let her, she'll reach out towards you, put a hand on your shoulder.
Is it like very deceiving or like with my insight?
With the insight, she seems genuine in what she's saying.
He'll... Oh god. I think for now he'll let it because he wants to be kind. But he's also vengeful.
So, she is going to give you a Dryad's Blessing
Oh.
as a sort of boon for you.
Oh. Well, that's pretty interesting.
For the next 48 hours, you will have advantage on any stealth checks you make in these.
Oh God!
Ooh, nice.
Yes.
As well as. You will also have the use of the Tree Stride ability 3 times a day for the next 2 days.
Tree stride. I've never heard of that.
Oh, that's such good. That's so good.
Basically, you can use. I mean, you can look it up too, but it's you can use 10 feet of movement to step into one tree within reach and emerge from another living tree within 60 feet of the first.
He said. He then says, "I do thank you for your blessing, and we will put down this black dragon. I'm sorry if I came out with hostile intentions. For I've had bad history with everything.
I see.
I've already lost my soul already."
Well, that is unfortunate, but I hope my gift can help you to end this creature corrupting the forest.
It will, and I do thank you for your blessing. He gives like a bow and everything. He may not worship the nature gods and all that, but he's thankful for that.
And with that, the dryad will just meld back into the tree. That'd be the end of it.
That was interesting.
Yes.
He was very hesitant. You got to understand, he's lost his soul already. He's very precautious.
I would have been
Those
hesitant too.
pesky
Yeah.
fae and their tricks.
They're tricksy.
So now I've got the blessing for 2 days.
Yes.
Nice.
Write it
And you
down
can.
before you forget it.
Yes, we should.
Wait, where is it?
Oh, yeah. If you
Oh,
want to write
see,
it
I
down.
already forgot.
Dryad's blessing.
Dryad's blessing. Oh, let me just write it down right here.
Yeah. So, with that, I assume you're all going to rest for the night.
Probably
Yeah.
should stop here for now, I guess.
I think we go a little more. We got another 30 more minutes.
Okay.
I would probably do something seeing as Vaj had only one instance of, trying to pray to Bahamut, he's going to try, give it a shot again and just, by himself, try before going to bed.
Just go for some prayers for the night.
Yeah. Yep. Bahamut again, just.
I think also with my teachings, he probably did to the church and all that.
Yeah.
It would probably help a little bit.
Probably help a little bit, but not
What,
much.
are you praying with him to Bahamut?
No. I don't pray to Bahamut. I pray to my own God. But remember, he was trying to help him back in the church,
Yeah.
how to pray.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he,
I'd say, just beginning your worship to Bahamut, you could give me a prayer.
it's based. He was like, Muhammad, I think we're on the right track. If there's any other, anything we need to do to help get rid of him, I pray that we will come out successful, because I do not want this dragon to succeed in his plans on corrupting not just my inheritance that my dragoness gave me. And it's just kind of like he continued kind of in that pattern, just praying for more guidance on what we need to do next. Are we on the right path? Are we going the right way?
I've got you. So, you continue this prayer. Is there anything from anyone else for the night?
He's asking if we stick into the same watch schedule.
My character would probably pray to Loar for vengeance to strike down the evil
Dragon.
Yeah, I would also pray to the Raven Queen before that.
Lots of prayers before bed.
Yeah, do you
Studying,
mind,
eating, and
eat
smoking.
bed building?
Fluff in the bed.
Eat.
blah 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 blah.
Snoring loudly through all the prayers.
Alright, so Frog's staying on first watch. Is there anyone else covering second
Still
watch?
keep my eye one
You know
eye
what's
open this
actually
time.
funny?
Hopefully not. They don't put me to
You know what's
sleep.
actually kind of funny if you think about it? This is just my funny observation. One serves the Raven Queen, who is dark, shadowish, but still good. Pure light, pure good. Neutral, chaotic good.
Yeah.
The fuck, light, dark, and neutral.
I'm actually technically chaotic good,
That's what I am, fucker.
but doesn't mean I don't.
I think we're all kind of chaotic good, aren't we? Like everybody.
Sorry, I just wanted to make that funny observation here.
Neutral good.
Just because I'm afraid of Bahamut doesn't mean I'm not
Oh,
chaotic.
not that good.
You're more chaotic neutral the way you are.
I'm not evil yet.
He's a good.
Yet!
Yeah, being the key
The
word.
turtle's secretive. So, but you guys are going for your rest.
Yes.
Okay,
And
so
still trying to keep my one eye open. Hopefully these guys don't try to put me to sleep again.
so Frog's keeping up. So are you sleeping, Bosh? Are you
I'm
trying to sleep?
I'm like half sleeping but keeping an eye open. So it's like I'm still getting rest.
I
It's
mean,
just
so is there a point where you're sleeping and a point where you're awake? Because you kind of have to choose. So I know if your character is getting any sleep.
yeah, he's just he is sleeping. It's just
So sleeping but trying to stay vigilant.
as
So
trying.
for intents purposes, you're resting.
Yes, I'm just resting.
Okay. So Frog, I just need a perception check from you as the night carries on. And from your bird too, right?
Yeah, that's right.
being aware of my surroundings and
Perception
everything that's going on around.
is 3, right? So it's 19.
So 19 on your perception,
Yeah, and
18 for the bird.
18 for the bird.
So, very perceptive. One thing, so Vosh,
Yes.
while you sleep, you see a glimmer and shine passes in front of your eyes, as if streaking like a star through your dream. This platinum figure swirls by and leaving behind a trail, something familiar. Runic patterns wash across the sky. You see the form of your master before you once more. They speak out to you. Vosh, the path you follow is the right one. You will find the answers you seek in due time. Carry on and continue my legacy.
I will.
When this vision begins to fade back to normal dreams, so you find yourself comforted and inspired as you gain one inspiration. As
We both have
this
inspirations.
lesson
Nice.
from the Platinum Dragon washes over you. And then we go to Frog. For the first few hours, things are uneventful, but as the night carries on and it gets darker, you do begin to see, off in the distance, not towards you, but just wandering along, a series of small creatures, led by one bigger creature, begin to wander along what seems to be a small trail just off from your camp.
Watching them intently.
You can see in this black and white vision multiple small creatures, maybe a few feet tall. Their shape and form, similar to that of the mushroom you have in your possession. You see one larger creature leads them. As you watch them, you see the smaller creatures begin hauling off what appears to be the bodies of kobolds as they begin carrying them away further into the woods.
Pass it on when the shift changes.
All right.
Something changes.
So you ignore them for the time being.
Don't ignore. I'm watching it.
Yeah, yeah. So I would say, so as you watch, it's maybe a group of about a dozen of these small creatures with the one larger one kind of leading them. You'd probably see at the tail of the party is another one of the larger creatures.
Okay.
And then they walk off along this trail, headed the west, further into the woods. And so they don't seem to notice you or be bothered by you.
Okay. They leave us alone. I'll leave them alone.
And then we go to the shift change where
Hey, psst. Kick him.
Yeah.
Treetop. I got some shit to tell you.
Oh, what's that?
I point over to the west. I saw some of those mushroom creatures, big ones as well as small ones, dragging kobolds up the trail.
Yeah. Check on that later.
Yeah, be aware of it. They didn't come and bother us, but something to be aware of.
Yeah, maybe we'll check that out in the morning.
I
But
agree.
for now, just keep an eye.
I go to bed.
So you go off to sleep. As the rest of you rest peacefully, just after maybe 2-3 hours pass, you see, walking, I'm assuming you are watching that trail now, you see one of these figures comes off along this trail, followed by two of the smaller figures. And it looks towards you, pointing your way, and you see a small mushroom begins to grow in front of you, and it motions towards it.
Alright, I'll bend down. Okay.
As you do, a small cloud of these spores begin to emerge from this red, orangey brown mushroom that's grown. And you get a sensation, this vision. You see an immense creature, powerful, hulking mass of these mushrooms. It has very fierce-looking eyes. It glistens and looks towards you.
Creature of the earth, I seek an audience with you.
I'm here.
My communication is limited through this one.
Well, can we come to see you in the morning?
Yes. Head west along the trail. Seek out a small cave. Follow the mushrooms and you will find me.
I'll be there.
Thank you. And please keep those humanoids that travel with you in check.
Yeah, they won't cause you any problems.
Wonderful. I will keep my spores guiding over you.
And that would be the end of a lovely long rest for all of you.
Well, we both got each something. All of us got something.
Yes.
When everyone wakes up, I'll relay the message from the Mushroom King there.
Cool. Mushroom King. Huh. Well, that's interesting.
Very, very interesting.
Should we go that way now then, you think?
I think it's worth a little sojourn.
I already have talked myself with an individual.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
He seems to have an interest in us.
Probably doesn't like the dragon any more than us.
I don't think no one likes that dragon at this point.
Yeah.
My mistress came to me in my dreams last night.
Kobolds are just afraid.
So you were praying? I saw you wrote.
Yes. She said we're on the right path.
Fire and mushrooms don't really go. Oh, acid and
now I
mushrooms don't
have
go together very well either.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, while you guys were talking.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was saying if you guys wanted to have your conversation.
Yeah, my bad. We were just having one.
No, I was saying if you're going to have it not to talk over you, you know.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, sorry about that. No.
No, I was saying you guys talk.
We were just, I was just mentioning what happened in my dream. I was
So I've already got myself a blessing as well, so you got one too.
apparently, yes.
And what are you saying? The fire and mushrooms?
Acid and mushrooms
Acid and
don't
mushrooms.
really go well together. Probably not crazy about the dragon.
Neither are we.
So are you guys headed that way? I also expect Morello would probably pipe up with this. Mike and Nix want to have an audience with you?
Yes, they seem quite taken by my beauty.
So,
Beauty.
Striking.
Okay.
so we've already had a blessing, and I've already got a talk to a dryad. Wonderful.
So you guys just gonna head off that way when the sun begins to
Is it
rise?
the opposite way of the town? or-
It would be away from the town. So he'd be able to show you just past your encampment. There seems to be a little almost hunting trail, a little well-worn path that creatures travel along. Following it, you could see clearly enough it leads you west, deeper into the woods. As you begin following further into the woods, you see it becomes a lot heavier, and the canopy of trees covering it becomes much darker. Those of you without dark vision would begin finding difficulty seeing. Vosh, you'd probably find it much more comfortable as the trees completely engulf the light. In this dense section of woods, the trail begins to disappear into what seems to be a heavily overgrown section of oak and roots with a vast canopy over the top of it. The leaves are covered in brown and red, and you can see growing along them. There seem to be patches of these orangey red and brown mushrooms.
We should follow a trail of these little mushrooms. They should lead the way.
Okay.
Do you think they'd be mad if I pick some of
I mean, they're probably children.
this? You're right, that's why I asked.
Yeah, they probably not like
Oh, I forgot.
Maybe
Jim,
not.
did you eat those mushrooms you found last night?
Here, well, if she was looking for food, so most likely, yes, she probably did.
So, I'm going to have this as a bit of a delayed effect as Jim ate those mushrooms. Jim, you begin following along and you sleep peacefully through the night. But as you hit the morning and these mushrooms begin to digest, you begin to find yourself riding along your horse as you head deeper and deeper into the woods. The trees around you begin to sway and wave to you with big, joyful smiles on their face.
Oh no, she...
You see the grass begins to change color. It shifts to a bright, radiant blue. The trees dance and sway and call out to you.
Okay, is this going to be like that one scene from Vox Machina where those two got high on sports?
You know,
Right.
that reminds me of something. I'll play it in a minute, but I'd rather wait
Yeah.
until it's not
Yeah.
recording.
The trees will begin to call out to you, though.
Do I notice anything wrong with Jam?
Not at this moment.
Alright.
You begin to hear them calling out. Naira, Naira, come, play with us. We'll bring you to the top of the tree. You can see everything from up here. And you see they begin to dance and sway and wave to you. And as the trees get thicker and the roots and bark engulf things more, it begins to shift to dark swirling.
Oh no.
And the reds and oranges of the mushrooms begin to shift to an almost rainbowy color.
Yeah.
So you begin to swirl and sway.
Yeah, so...
Now you would... so sorry, whoever's riding behind Jim. So it would actually be
right next to her,
Jaster.
pretty much.
Yeah, you'd be next to her,
Yeah.
and then Jaster and Hanu would be behind. You'd see Jim begins to sway on her horse as Jaster's calling out to follow the mushrooms.
She's following alright.
And then,
You alright, Flitty?
could I get a Constitution saving throw?
I can't help you here.
Neither can I.
Sorry.
I kind of really feel it's gonna be funny. And that is a 9 plus 2, so... Or oh, wait, is that 6? Or no, that's a 9.
So an
Right,
11?
So 11, yeah.
So with an 11, you begin to feel your stomach churns as you turn to the side of your horse and begin to vomit all over the floor.
What in the hell?
You all see some very colorful white and red mushrooms hit the ground.
What the heck? You okay
And you
back
come
there?
to your senses.
Jim, you okay?
The trees, they were chalky and black.
Oh no.
I think she ate some hallucinogenic mushrooms.
Bad trip.
Bad trip indeed.
The trees and the grass, I have no idea who Naira is. They were
Naira?
I don't know.
Oh, it's Naira.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, but
And Jim, as you say this, you begin saying this name, and you feel as if a fog comes over you.
Huh?
A wash of something otherworldly
Loses it.
as the name slips from your mind. I will say for everybody
How do you
else,
spell it?
Nyra. For everybody else, though, you remember this.
N.
And
N
you just
Y.
you remember the situation exactly the same, minus hearing that name.
So we all hear the name Naira.
You heard her call that out. It is just specifically Jim who has her memory of these events slip away from
I
her.
think that's her real name.
Might be. But
And from there, what do you guys do? Follow the mushrooms?
Yeah.
While
So-
those behind kind of like following the fairy.
So-
Okay. Oh, sorry, I was gonna.
Ah, something will eat it.
So, as you guys make your way deeper, you begin to see these mushrooms begin to grow larger and more prominent as they almost take over these trees. The oak bark begins to be replaced with these heavy growths of mushrooms. You see spores fill the air, and you begin to see, shambling around, creatures which, Vosh, this would stand out to you probably more than the others.
okay.
You see these kobolds, black with slight tinges of green to their scales,
Mm.
wearing scraps of leather and metal armor. However, these ones you can see have been dealt grievous wounds. However, they walk around with these large sections of mushroom growing out of them.
Oh, goodness.
As they shamble towards you, you begin to get senses. A feeling of sorrow, of sympathy towards you specifically.
What the heck?
But that's all they can convey, is this feeling of sympathy.
Guys, I just got a weird feeling from those kobolds.
They'll look towards you, and you just get a sense they want you to follow.
Oh,
That's very interesting.
I think these are our guides.
Like-
You guys follow?
Yeah, but I would mention what I just felt to Zoldan here, because it's like I got like this feeling of sympathy and sorrow from them.
Now that's interesting.
That was weird.
Can you do an insight check?
I will say it'd be very difficult
Can I-
to get any
I-
insight. These are featureless mushrooms on courses.
I will try though for the hell.
For insight,
I've got a +6 in insight.
Yeah.
So
It just felt weird.
I'll do this red one.
no.
19 +6.
So I'd say, with what you've heard from Vosh and kind of reading the body language of these things, it's almost as though they recognize that Vosh is a kobold and are trying not to be offensive to him, just for their existence.
Oh, that we would relay that to him, just like his thoughts.
Oh,
You know?
at least they have some respect still, even in their current state.
And as you guys begin following these shambling masses of corpse and mushroom, you would see they lead in to a greater area where these mushrooms thrive and grow. You see natural lights begin to illuminate the area, mushrooms that grow a bright red. As you make your way in, you see more of these figures, except some have humanoid appearances. Some have that of animals, where their bodies have been turned to these myconid spore creatures. But you would see some creatures, larger ones, ones made mostly of these long stalks of this red, very autumnal-colored mushroom. As you get further in, the larger ones will wave a hand, and the smaller ones will begin to shamble back off from the way they came. These ones will walk you further in to a small section of cave, where you'll be brought in. The area's smells of dampness, has soft, rich earth beneath your feet, and you see this large mass of mushrooms, spores filling the air of the small cavern. And this massive creature would begin to rise up, seeming to come up from fresh cobalt corpses. You see it's dumping spores onto the bodies. And as it turns around, the bodies begin to move and begin shambling out of the cavern past you. The figure stands up. It appears to be about 12 feet tall. These mushroom spores growing out in all, or these mushrooms and spores flowing out of it in all directions. It turns towards all of you.
Well, this is interesting.
What are you doing to those kobolds?
I am continuing the circle of life.
I get it.
Understood.
These creatures seek to destroy the forests.
Just what their master is telling him to do.
Yes.
Not with their own volition.
Oh, these creatures made choices. They continue to raise the lands.
I get it. Feed life. They die and they feed nature as their bodies.
You understand?
I understand as well.
Rare for humanoids. Most are taken aback by the nature of our circle.
I've seen worse, but you and I can respect nature for what it is.
Well, life.
I respect it as well.
You, the one of Earth.
Yes.
You seek out this foul beast, do you not?
We do. We wish to purge its presence from this land.
Wonderful. My name is
Anchor the mushroom.
Sovereign Ool of this circle of autumn.
Circle of Autumn. Druid circle, I guess?
No, a myconid circle.
Oh.
We have lived in these woods for centuries, but the presence of this dragon threatens to disrupt our circle.
All of us here are planning to kill it and put an end to its massive destruction.
He has caused too much death and misery. Not just to the forest, but to everyone.
Yes, and if it continues on its path, it will lead to ruin.
We are trying to stop that.
We seek your aid in destruction of this creature.
If you can help us, we will help you.
Yes.
I do have an offer for you. But for our aid, I request one thing in return.
And that is?
I wish to strike down this beast and his hordes of minions alongside you. But I will need fertilizer to regrow our circle once this is done.
Understood.
I know you humanoids may value things such as bone and skin of this dragon. All I ask in return for our aid is the flesh of the beast once it is slain.
It is yours.
What would you intend to do with this flesh, if I may ask? It's out of curiosity.
I will take it,
Grow more
use
mushrooms.
it to regrow the circle.
Can't guarantee it'll be intact, but
Shouldn't make
you
much
should
of a
still be
difference.
able to use the pieces.
All of it? There might be bits and pieces missing.
As long as you try and uphold the offer to the best of your abilities.
I get it. As the flesh feeds the land, it's becoming as a catalyst for nature to regrow itself, to make it more stronger.
Yes.
Also
you'll
will help.
follow.
Also will help with the ley lines to get stronger as well.
I don't know ley lines,
He has...
but
sorry.
the creature, it is sucking the life out of one of these human colonies, this Oak Haven. It has begun creating some sort of disgusting building.
He's already in Oak Haven already?
I believe the bulk of these kobolds, they are doing something in the human town of Stone, the one east of here. But the dragon, it is doing something. It is sapping the natural energy of this land to create some kind of a lair.
We need to get there as soon as possible. Is there any way we can?
I believe there is a trick to it. The kobolds perform some sort of ritual beyond my understanding, while the dragons form in space. I believe if you do not stop this ritual, it may become too powerful to strike it down directly.
He is trying to corrupt something that he has stolen.
I worry this ritual, it deals with the arcane magics, some kind of concentration of power. But
We need to stop it. I agree with you on that. We do need to stop it.
it's far beyond me to figure out what exactly the kobolds plot. But the dragon, I know of what he does. The land hears, she screams out. He is siphoning the energy of it, raising this abomination of stone from the earth. Surely he resides inside of it, waiting for his ritual to be complete.
Sounds like some
Is
kind of
the-
powerful necromantic.
Is the ritual happening in the town that we were heading to originally, or is it in Oak Haven?
I believe this ritual is in the town of Stone, but the dragon is in the town of Oak.
So we need to stop the ritual and then head towards the dragon.
We can provide the greatest assistance in the town of Oak. The natural energy will work as a catalyst to strike down his forces and regrow our own. We could help with this battle to strike down this abominable beast's forces.
So, this may sound morbid if I may say it, speak my own mind. The more kobolds we killed, no offense to you, sorry.
None taken.
The more kobolds we killed, the more spores you'll be able to have on those.
Yes, our circle would grow powerful.
Oh, I see. All right.
Then, when this is all done, we shall return here to the forest to continue our lives in peace. We do not wish to meddle in these human affairs,
And that's a good thing.
but the dragon has left us no choice.
He looks to Morello and, like, are you okay with this agreement?
She looks a bit slack-jawed at the whole ordeal.
I don't think she has much of a choice in the matter, right?
I think they're a better ally than gnolls.
I agree. Damn right.
Agreed.
Myconids are creatures of law and honor. They respect the law of the land. If you make this agreement with them and keep your word, they are quite likely to keep theirs.
And the flesh of the dragon will be yours then.
Wonderful. You are all good kin to the circle of autumn.
And you will hear just telepathically to you specifically.
I trust you most to keep this deal. Do not let them worm deception into your mind, one of nature. These humanoids can be intriguing, especially the clever ones.
And he motions towards, just glances towards Frog and Morello.
I'm not human.
Do not allow them to trick and corrupt you. You must keep the natural order intact. They will keep you fed.
May Hoar's vengeance guide us all.
Forest may survive.
Vengeance for the forest. Vengeance for the land. Blood will be spilled and returned to the earth.
And that's good enough for me.
And you guys,
That's actually a good quote.
That was a good quote.
and you guys have made your deal with the Myconid colony.
At least that's a lot better than
Uh, And so just to make sure you guys have got it, the Myconids believe there's the ritual and Arcanum.
Yeah.
The
Dragon
dragon.
is actually,
Okay.
Yep, so
Also, the sovereign will also he'll send one of these larger creatures over to you, and it'll begin breaking off sections of it and handing one to each of you.
so he's like literally a mushroom dude.
Yo, he's a giant
mushroom
creature
dude.
made of mushroom.
Okay, so we all get like a piece of mushroom.
So they give you this piece of mushroom, and he tell you,
You can use this to call out to us when you are ready. Release the spores into the air, and we will know it is time to strike the dragon's forces.
I guess it's time for me to use that Dryad's blessing now.
Yeah, just kind of looks at
what,
the
for
mushroom,
the,
Retreat. Remember, it's stealth.
you can only, it lets you be stealthy or,
Stealthy or tree stride, yeah.
yeah, but it won't work on a mushroom.
Well,
Even on
yeah.
a tree. To specify too, trees large or greater.
My bad.
It's okay. Oh yeah, so they've given you the piece of mushroom to.
Yeah, just kind of like looking. We don't have to eat.
It's essentially like the one.
Oh, I would prefer you not
I take this.
eat our kind.
Good.
Yeah,
They
that
don't
would be
like
quite rude.
Just look for the autumn colors. You'll know which are ours.
I do prefer autumn and winter. I do prefer that.
Mushrooms of the winter. They are typically underground.
But still, I enjoy the times of seasons.
Yes.
I
Sorry.
do too.
I'm just trying to be Jackie.
Yeah. Play with the mushroom man. He's so fun and quirky. But with the pact you guys have made with this Myconid leader, it seems that'll be a good point to end off. So I'm assuming next time you all want to begin heading towards Arcanum.
Yep.
Yes.
Time for the battle to begin.
So begin making your way to the town. I will fast forward us though, as you guys are probably eating up the early morning doing this. You begin making your way to Arcanum late afternoon. As you begin to come up along this city, you'll see just as you're on the outskirts of forest, you'd see the area has been worked into an open section of city with wooden walls surrounding it. You see great towers built in the city. A few of them destroyed and crumpled. Half the stone fallen into the city streets. These buildings of stone, creating something of a unusual sight surrounded by the forest. And for those of you with magical powers, you do feel there's something about the air where magic feels to heavily flow through this city.
Wow.
And you just see off in the distance flashes coming from one of the far towers of blue, just streaking and flying from the tower like lightning and cold.
Lightning and cold. Oh boy.
That's my specialty.
It'd be just this almost raw magical energy blasting out through the air as you begin to make your way upon it. And you do see, probably last thing you'd be seeing as we're just finishing off is surrounding it. You see barricades now having been built of freshly cut trees sharpened to points. Standing behind it, these armored kobolds with their scraps of leather and steel locked and ready, watching towards the roads, appearing to not have seen you yet, but remaining vigilant outside the city. And that is where we'll end off for today. Oh, I don't know. We usually do the
Bye.
Chicken and crits.
Now